Welcome. This is day 5 and we shall be envisaging the profit you make on your side business order on a sheet of paper using the power of observation. Here we shall be forecasting how much profit you'll be making from the 3 side business ideas you already have. Welcome once again, and I'm sure you are going to have a swell time today. Profit is sweet, and the fact that you have a knowledge of what is in for you in a side business gingers you to pursue that one workable idea till it becomes a money-making venture for you. Without a degree in finance or accounting, we shall be using the power of simple observation to forecast the profit to make from the side business ideas you already have, even on a sheet of paper or on your phone. Now, I need you to listen to this. The secret of turning a profit, earning a profit from any business venture is on one principle: don't spend more than you earn. Ensure that your income is more than your expenditure. Having that at the back of your mind, we now need to express our projected profit, using this simple equation. Now, the equation for getting your projected profit is equal to expected income minus your expected expenditure. Having said that, I need to drive home my point with this example. I need to give it a meaning. Now, you need an estimate for your income and expenditure in order to know how much money you are making from an idea. I hope that is clear. Let me now use an example that I chose specifically for this video. I assume that I'm leasing out. I have a business of leasing out sound system, to people that wants to do parties or carnivals or functions, social functions, and I'm releasing sound system to them. Of course, in this type of business, I'm rendering a service. So for me to estimate my income, I will have to make 2 guesses. I have to make 2 guesses, and these are the 2 guesses I will make. I will have to make a guess of my average daily lease rate. That means how much money will I make, or how much money do I charge for someone to rent my sound system. Then the second guess will be how many days do I lease out my equipment in a month. So having these 2 at the back of my mind, I can conveniently now calculate my monthly rental income, which will be equal to my daily rate of leasing out this equipment times the number of days I lease it out in a month. Now, guessing my monthly expenses, and I want to make a guess on my monthly expenses. Of course, it may include perhaps I got this sound system, via a loan. I can have my expenses as my loan repayment. Of course, it's an expense. Perhaps at times the instrument could get damaged. Repairs is also there as an expenses. Security is also there. Transportation is also there. And of course, I also look at the rental for the shop, the office that I use in accommodating this equipment. All these are my expenses. So I can now easily calculate my monthly profit, which will give me my monthly rental income minus my monthly expenses. And this is how I will do it. I will now come over and I will now say, let's assume that my rental income per day, that is how much I charge people to rent my instrument. If I charge them 20,000 naira, of course before any expense, and if I now assume that my expenses per day on this instrument is 8,000 naira, my profit per day will be equal to 20,000 naira minus 8,000 naira. I hope that is clear. Now, my second guess will now be how many days do I rent out or lease out this equipment. For example, let's just assume that I lease this equipment out for 10 days in a month. My net profit for the month will be equal to 12,000 naira times the number of days, which is 10 days, and that gives me a cool 120,000 naira. So if I should rent this equipment out for more than 10 days, let's say 14 days, my net profit will be what? 12,000 naira times 14 days. That gives me 168,000 naira. So you discover that the more day I sell, or the more day I lease out my equipment, or the higher price I put on my rental rate, the more profit I make. I hope that is clear. I also want to believe that this simple accounting also works for those that sells physical products. And let's use an example again. Let's assume I sell eggs in crates. So let's assume that the cost of me getting a crate of egg is 2,000 naira. And my expenses, which may include transporting the crates of egg from the farm to my shop or my office, or packaging, my rent, and other expenses incurred on selling these eggs. Let's assume for a crate, my expense is 200 naira. So my total cost price, that is the total cost price for me getting the egg to my shop, will be equal to what? 2,000 naira plus 200 naira, which is my expense. So let's now assume that I now sell my egg at the rate of 2,800 naira. So you can easily guess my profit. My profit will be equal to what? My selling price minus my cost price. So that will give us what? 2,800 minus 2,200, and that gives me a cool profit of 600 naira. So let's now assume that I sell 50 crates in a month. So my monthly net profit, of course, will be equal to 600 naira times 50 crates. That gives me 30,000 naira cool profit. So same rule also applies here. The more crates I sell, the higher the price, or the higher the price I put on the crate, the more profit margin I get at the end of the day. Now let's now assume you sell stuff that are not easily quantifiable. For example, you sell something that are intangible, like digital training or ebook. So your projected profit is very, very simple. It's equal to projected price of your offer times the number of people that sign up on that offer in a month. So if I price my course at 5,000 naira, let's assume I have a course and I price it at 5,000 naira, and I have 30 sign up in a month. So my monthly net profit will be equal to 30 sign ups times what? 5,000 naira, and that gave me a cool net profit of 150,000 naira. I can also increase my profit margin by increasing the price of my offer, or I increase the number of sign-ups I get on a daily or monthly basis. So I also need to point out, as I begin to wrap up this session, that you do not wait to figure out how that your side business will give you income. All you just need to do is to just have this rough estimate and start to run with this rough estimate, so that you will not be tired in the journey. I hope that this that I've shared with you has been of immense help to you. So thanks for the day. On our Telegram group, which I believe you have joined, if you have not joined, there should be a link around this video that you can join the group. I want you to send in the projected profit for the 3 side business ideas that you already have on ground, using the simple equation that I have shared with you in today's episode. I hope that makes sense. If you find today's video resourceful, please kindly recommend this masterclass to someone. Yes, like, share, and drop a comment below. My name is Shondi Abiola. and I help people get what they want legitimately online.